Well, you may have noticed that I haven't been making as many YouTube videos lately. It's because I've had some major technology problems, and some time problems. But I have some good news! I got a grant!
Thank you, Wal-Mart! Yay!
So, there's a new Wal-Mart that's opening up in town, and I applied to them for a grant so that I could get a new computer and some new software so I could really do video editing. And finally, that grant came through, and I am so excited. It may be another week or two before I get everything set up, but when I do, I'll finally be able to finish the dozen projects that I've started on this year and haven't been able to complete, and get into some more wonderful educational videos that I can use for my classroom. I'm so excited. But now that I have the resources I need to be able to make these YouTube videos, there's still one resource I lack. That's right, time. Last year I had enough time. By staying up late, by getting up early, by working extra hard, I had enough time to do about a video a week. This year, I have 3 children. I have 4 preps. I have so much more grading. And dozens of extra responsibilities that I don't know where they came from. To keep up with all the responsibilities to my family, to my students, to my work, is just a little overwhelming this year. If only I had just 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or 7 more hours in a day, I could get it all done.
Dear Cosmos, I am writing to request a grant for more time in my day. Okay, so this problem really isn't unique to me. I think everybody talks about how they wish they had a little more time. In Longfellow's poem, A Psalm of Life, he writes, "Art is long, and time is fleeting. And our hearts, though stout and brave, still like muffled drums are beating funeral marches to the grave." In other words, there's so many wonderful things we could do with our lives, but our lives are short. They just don't last that long. Time is fleeting. And people in science fiction or fantasy or even old stories always are trying to find their way around this problem. How do we grasp life? How do we hang on to it? How do we keep it from slipping away from us? For instance, I wonder why Hermione Granger didn't use the time turner to go back and take naps in between class. If she could go to 2 classes and then go back and relive that time and take a nap, imagine how much easier that would be to go to school. You just take a class, take a nap, take a class, take a nap, take an extra study period anytime you need, anytime you want. That would be a really relaxed education. One thing we tend to discover, however, is that when we get what we want, it usually isn't as good as we thought it would be. Take, for instance, this idea of immortality, this idea of living forever, having all the time we could possibly want. It usually comes with a cost. That's where vampire stories come from. Vampires live forever because they feed off other people, which is, awful. This is one of the ideas I explore a little bit in my novel, Night Market, and its sequel, The Laboratory. A good vampire can't live forever, because it's inherently selfish and hedonistic to live forever. Another interesting take on the idea of immortality and its problems is explored in the novel The Postmortal. This novel looks at what immortality would do to our world's resources, to our economies, to our community, to our socialization. It's a pretty brilliant story and very well thought out. Well, I guess I better wrap up because I'm out of time. See you next time, which will be on much better quality film. Yay!
Thanks for watching. Click here to subscribe. Here to watch another video. Here to watch the previous video. Or click on the narwhal and something good is bound to happen.
This is my favorite clock because it's broken and it always says 3:10. So it's always 5 minutes from the end of school, but it never gets there.
You are mine!